Hi everybody, I just wanted to take the parents on an online tutorial of how Canvas online works. So unfortunately, parents don't have Canvas access, but please have your son or daughter share their login and password with you. That way you can log in at any time and look at their progress. So the way my class is set up is I have everything pretty much in modules. I post an announcement weekly. If you click here, you can look at your grades, and then you'll see modules and also Nearpod, which we don't really use right now. The first thing I always tell my students is make sure that they're checking their email right here, an inbox on Canvas. Any important emails I send will always go through Canvas instead of their district email. It's just readily available right there, and it goes directly to them. The second thing is I always do ask students to check announcements so they can see the weekly announcement that goes on. And as you can see, I usually post an announcement weekly. So, for example, week 6, which is this week, I have the announcements for what assignments are due for the week. And normally our assignments have a due date of Friday by 11:59 p.m. With the online class, they have 4 assignments that are due. They can do them at any point in the week as long as they're completed by Friday. So I generally don't accept late work because they have all week to get these completed. And I've had several students tell me that they can probably complete them within 1 or 2 days. They're not terribly difficult. They're not too time consuming. If anything, probably the most time consuming one would be either the fitness log or the cardiovascular assignment, which would be walking 1 mile in distance. So to jump back over to modules, which is where all the assignments are organized. So for like week 6, I have all the assignments set in the same module. So these are all the assignments that we'll complete. And then how you can kind of figure out what is the paper looking icon is going to be a page, or it's just going to be information, like a how-to. It's going to explain what to do. If you see the little rocket ship, that's a quiz. So that is a graded assignment. And normally the graded assignments will have a point value next to them. Anything that looks like a link is just an external link that will link to like a web page or a Google Doc or something of that sort. And then you'll have the paper and the pencil, which is an assignment, and that's also a graded thing. You'll see it has a due date, and you'll have the point value. So I tell the students to really look out for like the rocket ship type item or a little paper and pencil. There's also one that looks like 2 question bubbles that are a discussion. We haven't really done too many discussions, but that is another form of assignment as well. So just to kind of take you through these assignments quickly, because generally it's always the same thing. It's always a mile, a fitness log, a quiz, and a PFT test. So for this week, we're doing push-ups as the PFT test, and I normally will have like a how-to video just to make sure that they understand how to do it with their proper form. Once they watch that video, they can click next to the next tab. And then this actually gives them a timer, which will tell them, like for the push-ups, gives them the down, up type of cadence timer. And then when they click onto the next, they can use the cadence to practice. And then to report the score, all they're going to do is read through the instructions. Basically, they're going to use the push-up cadence to perform as many push-ups as they can, and they'll submit their score by clicking the take the quiz button. And then they'll put in a range between 0 to 75. If they hit 75, they're done. They don't need to do any more. And then if they have a medical condition, I always tell them enter a 0 and just email me separately, letting me know what their medical condition is. So in order to complete something like this, all they have to do is click take the quiz. Say they practiced their push-ups, they were able to do it. And so you'll see that this pops up. They have 30 minutes to submit their score. So say they did their push-ups, they practiced, and they were able to successfully complete, maybe 25. All they're going to do is enter in 25 and hit submit. And they're done for that assignment. So that's normally how they would put in a PFT type of test, as they just practice it on their own, they do it, and then they'll punch in their scores. The next assignment that they have to complete is the 5 components of, it's a quiz, so 5 components of physical fitness. So if they're gonna click on this, it'll take them to another link, which is usually an article or reading In today's case, it's a Google Doc, and it has the information about the 5 components of physical fitness. It's a rather lengthy bit of information, but it's really good information regarding physical fitness testing, and just the different tests that the students are tested on. Once they read through that, they'll click next, and then they can take a quiz. So the quiz is going to be 10 questions. They're multiple choice, and they get a 30-minute time limit. So once they click take that quiz, the quiz will pop up. They cannot, so I'll tell you right here, the quiz will be submitted in 30 minutes. They can't stop at any time. That once they start, they just got to go ahead and complete the test, and they'll just click on whatever answers that they feel are correct. And then at the very end, when you go down to the bottom, they'll click submit quiz, and then their quiz will be submitted. Okay, so you notice I didn't even answer questions. I hit submit, and it shows me the breakdown. So I can see how much time a student spent on a quiz, the total score, at what time they attempted it. I can see all this information. So if I have students that said, hey, my quiz wasn't working, something's wrong, I can kind of see if they were able to access it, and if they were able to complete it, or if they tried and maybe didn't succeed at it. So just remind them it's really important to be honest. If they're having any issues with their quizzes, just to let me know. Maybe they took it and did poorly. They're not going to get a retake. They just really have to try hard and make sure they're doing the readings properly, gathering the information and answering the questions to the best of their abilities. So the next assignment is going to be the fitness log. So for the fitness log, I'm very particular about how I expect these to be turned in. Last year we had a lot of problems with cheating, kids just copying and pasting the same workout over and over again. So this year we really, as a department, we talked about, how can we crack down on this? So we have students choosing any type of fitness they want to do, and they've got to do it for at least 30 minutes. But when they do relay their information, we want it on a Google Sheet. So I've given them a copy of the Google Sheet right here. If they click here, this is a copy that I created, but they can use it as their own. And I have a how-to video right here on how to make this their own Google Sheet if they watch through it. But if they go to the Google Sheet, all they have to do is basically click File. They're going to click Make a Copy. They'll rename it whatever, student number 1 or something, that name their student name, and then they click OK. And then that will be their copy to fill out. So I know a lot of students are complaining, oh, it's locked, I can't use the copy you provided. Well, because in the instructions I explained to them, they have to make their own copy. And then I have everything broken down by week. So I've got week 1 and 2 here, and if they click the tab down here, it'll switch to week 3 and 4, week 5. I think I only put up to week 5, but then they can just keep, if they want to add, another week, they can just copy. They can literally just copy and paste this week here, and they can make it week 6. You can just change that. And then if they want to do another tab, all you have to do is hit the plus button down here. So they hit the plus button, and it'll add another sheet, and then they can go ahead and retitle that for week number, this one should be number 7 and number 8. And then all they have to do is they can just copy this whole page and then just add on, and so on. So that's normally what we want to see. So then a completed fitness log would have different workouts. Let me add this on here. So there you go. So then you just have to change the weeks here. But a good fitness log would have, like, week 1, you would just write whatever exercises you did. If it was jumping jacks, you'd write jumping jacks here, squats, jump rope, anything of that nature. Say they only did 4 or 5 exercises here, and then they would just pick what day they did it, and then they'd list it. Some of the kids prefer to just walk on those days, and I just tell them that's fine. Just paste the photo of your walk from your app onto whatever day that you worked out, and that'll work too. But the idea is I've got all of their fitness logs all in one place. I can click through weeks 1 and 2 and see what they did. I can click through weeks 3 and 4. And if it was filled out, I could see what they did. Same thing, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So that's the goal with the fitness log, is that everything's all in one place. They're going to keep sending me the same link week after week, and I can just see the progression and them adding more and more to their workouts. So the goal is I want to see different workouts weekly. If they are doing the same exact workout, I want to see that they're doing more. I want to see that they're doing, I want to see them change it up a bit too. I don't want them to keep repeating the same workout. But I do want to see like more reps, more time, more of getting better and better, giving more effort. And then in order to submit this, all they have to do is make sure, it's really important that they make sure that right here on the get the link, see how it says restricted? They're just going to click here and change it to anyone with the link. So now it says anyone with the link. They just copy this link, and then when they go back to their Canvas assignment here, it gives them the more instructions here of what is needed or what's required for the fitness log. They're just going to click Start Assignment, and all they're going to do is they've got that fitness log, and they're just going to paste and hit Submit, and that will submit the Google Doc to me, and I can open it and see their whole progression of what they've done. Okay, and then last but not least is the cardio assignment, and it's fairly similar to the cardio assignment, where all they're going to do is, the details here are, they're going to run a minimum of 1 mile, track it on their Nike Run Club app, and then they're going to screenshot the completed runs on the Google Doc. So this one is a Google Doc, not a Google Sheet. If you click here, it shows you the breakdown. So here are the screenshots. So it has weeks 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. They could just keep adding, week 6, week 7, 8. In order to use this, same thing, they're going to click File, make a copy, and then they can just rename this student, student copy or whatever, hit OK, and then they're just going to upload their photos on this Google Doc. And like I said, last year we were getting a lot of kids putting the same photo week after week, and then when I get to the end of the quarter, I'd open up all the photos, compare them all, and notice that it was the same submission over and over again. So this year we decided to kind of mainstream that. So every week they would post a different, their week 2 mile, week 3 mile, 4, and they could do as many miles as they want weekly. I just want to see that they're doing at least one a week. And they can post those photos here. So I have them all in one place and I can see them. So essentially, they're going to always send me the same link. They're just going to keep updating it with a new photo, a new weekly photo. So by the end of the quarter, I should have like 9 photos or 8 photos. And then same thing, when they share it, they just have to make sure that it is unrestricted. So they click on the anyone with the link, and they hit copy link. And they can go back to their assignment once it's all updated. And then they're going to go ahead and go to Start Assignment, and then just paste the link right here, and hit Submit, and they're good to go. If they ever realize, oh, I sent the wrong link, they can just go back to New Attempt, and they can just change it and put whatever the new link is. It's good until Friday at 11:59 p.m. weekly, so they can make those changes until then. Okay, so you cancel. So those are the main 4 assignments that we do weekly with the online class. If you have any questions, parents, about how to do anything, if it's not making sense, I normally do meetings with the students at lunch, normally Thursdays or Fridays. It just depends. And, I'm available to meet with them at any time. I can Zoom with the online students. I can usually send emails, but a lot of the problem is that students are just not keeping up with the assignments. So it's really important just to encourage your son or daughter to just make sure, check in with them, Thursday night. Hey, how are you doing with PE? Did you finish it? And like I said, these assignments aren't too terribly difficult. The Pft tests normally don't take more than 3 minutes to complete. The quizzes take no more than 30. And then their fitness log, usually I just want to see them get at least a 30-minute workout in. And their cardio, Some people run 5-minute miles, some people run 20-minute miles. So it just depends. But this work is very doable within a week. That's why we give them that time frame. And then last but not least, we do